Göbekli Tepe, I'm not really looking at what archaeologists look at. I'm looking at the alignments of the megaliths and how they seem to track precession of the star Sirius over a period of time. Archaeologists aren't interested in any of that. It's as though certain archaeologists are afraid of the public being presented with an alternative point of view, which they regard as quote unquote dangerous, because they somehow underestimate the intelligence of the general public and think the general public are just going to accept that. Actually, by condemning those alternative point of view, archaeologists make it much more likely that the general public will accept those alternative point of view, because there is a great distrust of experts in our society today. And behaving in a snobbish, arrogant way, we archaeologists are the only people who are really qualified to speak about the past, and anybody else who speaks about the past is dangerous. That actually is not helpful to archaeology in the long term. There could be a much more positive and a much more cooperative relationship, and I can see that relationship with a gentleman like Ed Barnhart. It was very much the case with archaeologist Martti Paasinen from the University of Helsinki, and with geographer Alceo Ranzi, Brazilian geographer, very, very senior figure, who I worked with in the Amazon for season 2 of Ancient Apocalypse, looking at these astonishing earthworks that have emerged from the Amazon jungle, and which more and more are now being found with LiDAR. Indeed, we found some of them ourselves with LiDAR while we were there.
Yeah, that was an incredible part of the show that I got a chance to preview. It's like there's all this earthworks, the traces of things built on the ground that probably you can only really appreciate when you look from up above.
That's right.
So the idea that they built stuff that you can only appreciate when viewed from up above means they had a very kind of deep relationship with the sky.
With the sky.
Yeah.
And a very good knowledge of geometry as well, because these are geometrical structures. And some of them even seem to incorporate geometrical games, almost of the kind, like squaring the circle. It's not quite that, but you have a lovely square earthwork with a lovely circle earthwork right in the middle of it. Whatever else they were geometers. They were not just builders of fantastically huge earthworks that nobody expected in the Amazon, not just builders of cities that we now know existed in the Amazon, but that they were astronomers and mathematicians as well.
Everything we're talking about is so full of mystery. It's just fascinating, especially the farther back we go.
That's what I love about the past, is the mystery that's there. And that's another thing that I regret about some archaeologists, is that their mission seems to be to drain all mystery out of the past.